Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's go outside. Take a look outside our weather window. And boy, this shot from early to mid-afternoon today showing that storm system as it moved into north central Washington. And we do have a winter storm warning because of that system. Snow around a lot of north central Washington. And that storm warning will go from until I should say 4 p.m. tomorrow. We could see 3 to 7 inches of snow overnight tonight in the Wenatchee Valley. Another 1 to 3 inches tomorrow. And boy, those mountain passes, we are talking 1 to 2 feet of snow as we get into tomorrow. And we'll talk much more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. The man hospitalized after a 2-vehicle collision Monday morning outside Moses Lake has now been identified. 2 juveniles and an 18-year-old were arrested yesterday afternoon after allegedly entering Moses Lake High School illegally and threatening a student. And authorities have added to the sex offense charges against a Chelan resident who's accused of repeated sexual assaults against a child. But first, our top story tonight, a pedestrian was struck and killed on Highway 17 in Moses Lake just before 1 a.m. this morning. According to the Washington State Patrol, a 2008 Kia Sorento being driven by 58-year-old Cynthia T. Jackson of Moses Lake was driving southbound in the left lane of the highway near the intersection of the highway and Yanazawa Boulevard when she struck a pedestrian who was occupying the same lane. The pedestrian, an unidentified 36-year-old woman from Spokane, was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of the crash and any pending charges is under investigation. Well, the man hospitalized after a 2-vehicle collision yesterday morning outside Moses Lake has been identified as 20-year-old Pedro D. Nunez of Moses Lake. The accident happened about 7:20 a.m. when Nunez reportedly pulled his 2002 Honda Civic onto Highway 17 off Randolph Road onto the path of a 2004 Toyota Camry being driven by 24-year-old Michael L. Lebo of Moses Lake. The State Patrol said Nunez likely suffered a broken pelvis and broken ribs while Lebo was not injured. Nunez faces a charge of failing to yield the right-of-way. The wreck blocked Highway 17 for more than 2.5 hours. 2 juveniles and an 18-year-old were arrested yesterday afternoon after allegedly entering Moses Lake High School illegally and threatening a student. Moses Lake police say the 18-year-old indicated to the victim that he had a weapon, and at one point he appeared to be drawing a gun. The incident happened just before 3 p.m. Police reported that the suspects chased the victim through the building until they reached the office and police were notified. According to police, the 3 suspects then fled on foot but were quickly taken into custody. The 18-year-old reportedly had a realistic-looking CO2 pistol in his waistband when arrested. Police say they face a variety of charges. The 2 juveniles were on suspension from another school and the adult is not enrolled at the high school. Well, authorities have added to the sex offense charges against a Chelan resident who's accused of repeated sexual assaults against a child. 74-year-old Wesley Allen Cheney has been held in the Chelan County Jail since his arrest last April. He was originally charged with 8 sex offenses, including first-degree child rape and molestation. Last week, Chelan County prosecutors upped the figure to 11 felony charges, adding 3 new counts of molestation. Authorities say the new charges are based on further investigation of the case, in which Cheney is accused of sexually victimizing a child starting at an early age and continuing until age 11. Cheney remains held on $1 million bond. He pleaded not guilty to all charges in his arraignment on Monday. Well, when we come back, October's unemployment rate for the Wenatchee area was slightly up compared to September, but still below 2021 numbers. In an effort to protect wintering mule deer, most access to the Wenatchee foothills will be shut down for the season beginning on Thursday. The Priest Rapids Recreation Area boat launch near the community of Desert Air is closed for maintenance starting this week. And for the 27th year, Moses Lake will kick off the holiday season Friday with the annual agricultural parade and street party. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa end of the year blowout sale is going on now. Spas are scientifically proven to improve sleep and ease arthritis pain. Let us help you find the perfect spa today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is helping families reconnect, one hot tub at a time.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours. You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
Welcome back. In another news, October's unemployment rate for the Wenatchee area was slightly up compared to September, but still below 2021 numbers. The Washington Employment Security Department reports the October unemployment rate was at 3.5%, up slightly from September's 3.3% rate, but is below the 4.0 unemployment rate in October of 2021. Year over year, Washington's non-farm market has expanded in each of the 19 months from April of 2021 through October of 2022. The Wenatchee Metro Statistical Area's economy added 2,300 jobs during 2021. That's a 5.3% upturn. In an effort to protect wintering mule deer, most access to the Wenatchee foothills will be shut down for the season beginning on Thursday. That includes Sage Hills, Day Drive Trailhead, Kenzie's Landing, and Horse Lake Reserve. Access to the trailheads is traditionally closed December 1st until April. In addition, Chelan County is closing Oklahoma Gulch Road near Eniat and Mountain Home Road in Leavenworth. The county closes those roads and Horse Lake Road to protect unpaved portions of county roads from the freezing and thawing of winter that can cause damage to those roadways. The Priest Rapids Recreation Area boat launch near the community of Desert Air is closed for maintenance. That starts this week. The Grant County PUD says the work includes dredging the boat launch basin and exit channel and reinforcing the shoreline near the day using parking areas to reduce erosion. Other parts of the recreation area remain open for public use, including the upper boat launch parking lot, day use park area, camping facilities, and the pedestrian trail. The closed areas should reopen to the public no later than March 1st. Well, for the 27th year, Moses Lake will kick off the holiday season Friday with the annual agricultural parade and street party. Sponsored by the Downtown Moses Lake Association, there will be a variety of activities downtown beginning at 5 p.m. with the parade starting at 7 p.m. on Cedar Street. The floats and other entries wind their way through downtown before returning to the Surf and Slide parking lot. The parade continues a tradition of honoring the strong agricultural roots in Moses Lake. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, the Clean Energy Transformation Act and related bills have been law in Washington for a number of years now, aiming to run the state on zero-emission electricity by 2045. But Republicans in the state Senate still say it's unaffordable and reckless. Key leaders in the new Senate produced an alternative energy plan today they call Power Washington, which aims to revise some elements of the state climate law. The 2023 legislative session begins less than 2 months from now.
We need to have well-managed forests. They should be working for us, sequestering carbon and providing wood products for building. As we manage and maintain our forests, we will reduce the large amounts of carbon emitted from our forest fires every year and increase the absorption of carbon in doing so. We also need to study other plants that are able to sequester carbon. Plants like hemp, bamboo, and yes, even cucumbers.
Look, this state is going to continue its path to eliminate carbon emissions from electricity and build out transmission in order to do that. But it is very key to remember that we need to do so reliably and affordably. From our time as a Washington state and the build out of the electricity we have today, those have been key components and they need to be today. And I think we can definitely get there as we continue to reduce emissions. But the key to this is going to be flexibility. Do you know that today that clean natural gas meets our strict emissions portfolio? Let that sink in. But yet the Clean Transformation Act, CETA, that has been passed doesn't allow that to happen.
We talk a lot about energy, we talk a lot about the environment, and sometimes in politics we get the sense that these are partisan issues. I would submit to you that they're not. These are issues that people care about deeply, both Democrats and Republicans, both sides of the aisle. We may have different approaches, but I don't think there should be any question that we care about these challenges and we want to get after them in a way that solves our problems more effectively. And I think that's what you see here.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And boy, there is a lot to get to today. Hope you had a great day, by the way. But this is a look down at the Monitor area. And this was this afternoon prior to the storm system moving in with much of North Central Washington. Seeing snow showers right now. Keep in mind, winter storm warning is in effect until 4 p.m. tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in a second. Unofficially, can you call that a high temperature today? 22 degrees at the airport. We only warmed up 4 degrees throughout the entire day today. Normal high temperature is 38. Normal low is 28. And our record, boy, it sounds nice right now, doesn't it? 63 degrees. That was in 1995. Record cold, 5 degrees in 1985. We did pick up another 3/100ths of an inch of precipitation, and that now gets us to 7.65. But boy, are we going up from there as we get together once again tomorrow. Sun sunrise 7:25 and the sunset this afternoon at 4:13. Let's take a look now at your Wednesday temperatures. Going to be a snowy one. We're going to see snow pretty much throughout our overnight into Wednesday, but temperatures will be a little bit better than today. Low 30s for Ephrata, Moses Lake, and Quincy, and then mid to upper 20s back in the Wenatchee Valley at 27 degrees, 26 for Entiat, and 26 as well up in the Omak, Okanagan, and Tonasket area. Tonight, we can expect more of that snow, and this is why a gigantic storm system just to our northwest. We could see 3 to 7 inches of snow overnight tonight. Low temperatures about 20 degrees, and you can see the entire state will be picking up some of that white stuff tonight. Getting into Wednesday, yeah, cloudy, snow likely. We could see another 1 to 2 inches of snow on Wednesday. High temperatures in the mid-20s. This is our afternoon hours, still a band of snow, and even one little band in our evening hours on Wednesday, so a good chance we might see off and on snow all day Wednesday. Happy December. As we get you into Thursday, it's going to feel like it too. Mostly cloudy, dry, and cold. High temperatures on Thursday around the upper 20s, and then the next storm moves in, and here it is about the same size as the one we're seeing today. Not so much happening during the day on Friday, but as we get into those evening hours, a good chance for some moderate snow showers, maybe even heavy. And look at our day on Saturday. Snow is likely. It will be a chilly one on Saturday. A lot of that will move through late in the day. High temperatures as we kick off our weekend, hovering around that 30-degree mark. And then on Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, a bit of a break. High pressure kind of squeezes in. We'll see some chilly highs again around 30 degrees. And for Monday, guess what? Yeah, another storm system just along the southern Washington and northern Oregon border. It's going to bring some wraparound snow showers our way, so snow is likely at times on Monday. Once again, high temperatures in the upper 20s. Winter, folks, is upon us. All right, tonight's 7-day forecast brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, and we will drop down to a chilly 19 degrees for an overnight low tonight. Remember, snow likely all through overnight tonight. 3 to 7 inches possible overnight, another 1 to 2 inches possible on Wednesday. That means we could see up to 10 inches of snow by the time we talk again tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have to wait and see. 27 our Wednesday high, 28 with a break on Thursday, our first day of December, and then more snow overnight and especially on Saturday. 27 the high temperature for Friday. We'll get up to about 30 degrees on Saturday. Once again, a little break on Sunday, mostly cloudy and dry with 30 our high temperature. And then our next round of snow begins right as our work week begins on Monday. Cloudy, snow likely with a high on Monday of 29. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Now, am I looking into this camera? Or am I looking, where am I looking?
We're going to have you just look at
The holiday season is coming, and Santa's making his 15-second commercial for NCWLIFE channel. Are you?
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hi, sports fans. Dan Coons filling in for Eric Granstrom. I'll be in this chair for the next, a few days anyway. Quincy Jackrabbits spent yesterday in Connell. They played mini games, so don't be thrown by the scores that you see there. Quincy boys beat Lind, Ritzville, Sprague, Salmon and Garfunkel 28-22, and they beat Connell 28-26. Coming up tonight, Sultan was supposed to play Cascade in Leavenworth, driving over Stevens Pass in a school bus. That ain't going to happen, as you know by now. Kashmir is scheduled to host Warden at 7:15. Brewster will visit Chelan. Bridgeport scheduled to host Pateras tonight at 7:30. Eastmont and boys basketball hosting Ellensburg. Again, travel conditions may play a role here. The girls will start out a little earlier, as they always do. Pretty much the same schedule. Kashmir hosting Warden at 5:45, Chelan hosting Brewster, Ellensburg visiting Eastmont, and Pateras and Bridgeport scheduled to tip it up at 6 o'clock tonight. Two of the best bowling teams in the Columbia Basin Big Nine. These teams have won some state championships. Wildcats and the Panthers doing battle as we speak at Eastmont Lanes. In the meantime, West Valley will visit Lake Bowl to take on Moses Lake in girls bowling at 3 o'clock. Huskies won the Battle of Seattle. The last time Seattle University beat the Huskies, 1978. And they didn't do it again last night either. Keon Brooks led the Huskies with 20 points. Washington beating Seattle University 77-66. Braxton Mia also at 18 as UW improves to 5-1 on the season. Women's basketball last night. Washington State dumped South Dakota State, if you will, 61-41. Joanna Teeter led the way for the Cougars. She had 17 points. Gonzaga, they're 6-1 on the year. Way to go, Lady Zags. 62-43 over Maine. Caitlin Truong led the way for the Bulldogs. She had 15 points. Brianna Maxwell had 13 points for the Lady Zags. The Seattle Kraken tried to match a franchise record winning streak, but they got to do it tonight. They're in LA to take on the Kings. They're in second place in the NHL Pacific Division. They have a 5-game winning streak. The Kraken are 13-5-3, just in front of the 12-9-3 Kings. They dropped the puck at 7:30. You can watch it on Root Sports Northwest. After winning 4 in a row, the Seahawks are now on a 2-game losing streak. You know what happened. They lost to Tampa Bay in Germany. Then they came out after the bye week Sunday, and they lost in overtime to the Raiders at home, 40-33. Coach Pete Carroll says a large problem has been the running game on both sides of the football.
Well, we made it through the day-to-day, taking a real serious look at making sure that we get back on track in the areas that we didn't play well yesterday, and that's the stuff that happened up front in the running game and really on both sides of the ball. And we didn't come out of the bye as sharp as we'd like to. I have no idea if that had to do with the bye or not, but we just didn't play well enough up front, and that's where our focus will be here. We got to get right here in the next couple of weeks.
In the last couple of days, Seattle is just 4 for 18 on third down conversions, and they're averaging less than 3 yards a carry. And Pete Carroll says, well, those two things kind of work hand in hand.
We haven't been as sharp as we need to be, and we're still coming up with too many long yardage situations. When you get 3rd and 12s and 13s, it's hard to make something happen. We have, but it's hard, and that's. I think it's a product of the running game that we're not controlling the sticks better, and staying in the 3rd and 2s and 3s and 4s in there that are because of the run game that factor. So it fits together. Unfortunately, the longer yardage are enhanced by the miscues early on in the down. So we'll see if we can. That's why we need to get back to our balance.
Statistically speaking, Geno Smith is still a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, but as you saw on Sunday, he threw an interception. He also had a crucial fumble. After the game, Geno Smith took ownership of his mistakes, and Pete Carroll said that's why Geno Smith is a leader.
If I had guessed, I'd have guessed that he'd do it well. I would have guessed he'd be okay because he's just been so level-headed throughout the time he's been with us. But you never know, and I think the way he's embraced it, it shows you how he expected it to happen. He's anticipated being in this role. It's not like this is just he's starting to try to figure it out right now. He's already had his mindset on how he wants to project the player that he is and the team member that he is. And because look how good he is at it. He's really adept. And so I think he's been anticipating this like you would hope a great competitor would, believing in himself and all that. And he knew when he got the shot what I'm going to be like and how I'm going to do it. And he's doing that for us and he's performing really well.
Seahawks at SoFi Stadium in Southern California to take on the world champion Rams, who were 3-8. What is that, their JV? Anyway, that game will be on Fox on Sunday. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. Have a good and safe Tuesday. Grant, back to you.
A winter storm warning is in effect for our area. It went in effect at 4 o'clock this afternoon and goes until 4 p.m. tomorrow. We will see lots of snow, especially in the mountain passes where we could see 1 to 2 feet of snow. I think we could see 3 to 7 inches of snow overnight tonight in the Wenatchee area and another possibly 1 to 3 inches again tomorrow. We could see a total of 10 inches of snow by the time we get to the newscast again tomorrow afternoon. If you're traveling, even not just mountain passes, but on Highway 2 headed towards Lookout Pass, expected a lot of snow that way as well. And I'll tell you what, folks, this is just one of 3 storm systems heading our way. This system will move through on Wednesday, but still will bring us some snow Wednesday. A break on Thursday. We'll see 28 for a high with mostly cloudy skies. And then the next round of snow moves in overnight Friday. It looks like it could be an all-day snow event once again as we get into Saturday. High temperatures on Saturday around 30 degrees. A bit of a break once again by the end of the weekend. We'll see cloudy skies, 30 degrees for our high temperature. And then at the end of our forecast on Monday, there it is, storm number 3, 29 our high temperature with snow likely. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz once again for a look at what this time of what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, after a brief 2-year hiatus, it's back. Journey to Bethlehem, and Glenn Fisher is one of the guys who are putting it on.
Love to have you come back to Journey to Bethlehem. We're excited to present it again this year and looking forward to having you.
Glenn Fisher, and a little mini tour of what you can expect Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, guys. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for being with us. Be safe out there tonight. Have a great night. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. Find out about programs and activities for ages 50 and over, and meet amazing seniors who contribute to our community. New episodes Sundays at 1:30 p.m., replayed throughout the week on the NCW Life channel.
The NCW Life channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life channel today.